32.68 competitive kilometers await our drivers. It is going to be a tough one, but potentially the fastest stage we see here this weekend. Now, as we head into this one, our top 5 drivers are separated by just 2.2 seconds. With 32 kilometers ahead of us, is it going to be the same kind of distance at the end of it? Maybe not. This is a contrast to what we saw this morning. We started with tight, twisty, gnarly, to use Chris Patterson's expression, sections of stage. Here it is wide, it is open, and as you can well see, it is fast.
Big speeds, 160, 70, 80, 200 k's an hour. You don't know how the car's going to react on the bumps. Those little dips, those little washaways that they have. You can see some of them here. You'll see like grooves dug into the verges of the road. And this is what...
Oh, Seb! Oh, it's knocked him straight offline. He's got it back. He's got it back. That was a moment then for Ogier there. But that's how easily it can happen.
Yeah. And you know, we talk about like washaways.
So here
from the outside. Yeah, oh!
Just clipped the inside there.
But he's still going on there, and he's up another bank. Yeah, fair play. And you know, Bex, in that situation, when that happens, as daft as it sounds, don't try and fight it too much. Let the car take its own course, because you start massively overcorrecting too much. And just bumped another bank. It can just start to get a bit complicated.
But what a contrast, though, to the first stage. In terms of the visuals, we can see it's much wider, so much quicker, but it's a ragged run so far from Seb.
A very ragged run.
We have a replay here again of Ogier. So another moment then for our world champions.
This is probably the most ragged stage Ogier's ever had in his career, not just in his rally, in his career.
So he's just missing his...
just missing
a breaking point.
Just missed, yeah, that's it. It's just... And it's all stemmed, Bex, from that first moment. It's knocked him out of sync. We hear drivers saying quite a few times, particularly in power stages, and we spoke to Chris Meek about it again in the last rally when he was with us, of how do you know when it's going right? He said first 2 or 3 corners. First 2 or 3 corners, if it gels and if it goes right, you know you're in for a good one. And then... Oh. I'm running out of space to write about moments already for Ogier. Look at that, that's it. That's iconic images. Unique, iconic, that's what it's all about.
This is a unique event. There is nothing like this anywhere else in the world. Seb said it, Thierry said it, they are going on an adventure this weekend, unlike anything else they've been faced with on the championship calendar.
In their careers.
In their whole careers. The dust just ploughing over the front of the Yaris. The first sector of this stage.
Well, that Ogier moment. Oh man, that Ogier moment. How that kind of stayed on the road.
I mean, it was a great save. And Neuville again then off with a strong start here. 2.5 seconds up on Everson, 3.7 up on Ogier.
Yeah, as you said though, the Ogier stall, what did that drop him? About 7 seconds?
Yeah.
The stall? Not the stall, not stall.
An
overshoot. An overshoot, sorry.
An overshoot. That was approximately 8.5 kilometers into the stage for Ogier. Okay, we have a replay coming up then. This is Thierry.
This is Ogier's junction.
This is the overshoot.
Yeah, Ogier's junction.
This is what Neuville has done as well then. So they've both done exactly the same thing and overshot. And like I said before, that's approximately 8.5 kilometers into the stage. It's going so well for Thierry as well. I mean, so only a couple of seconds drop, but he's had a good morning so far.
Yeah, unseen though, isn't it? There's that long straight in front of you and you're just triggered onto that.
He's picking up time now to Evans. Watch the difference here on this split.
Here we go.
It's only a 1/10 of a second behind Evans on that split after that overshoot where Neuville lost time, but he is back on the money in terms of pace.
Going wide again here, just into the dust and the fesh.
And Sébastien Ogier then, you can hear the cheers of the crowds in the background. They are
Just look
lining.
at their rear suspension there, the left rear suspension shock absorber, absolutely just bouncing like mad. I'm not sure I think the rear shocker's broken. The rear shocker on the left, I think, has gone. This car should not be bouncing around like that. That car should not, it should be stable. Look at it, it's bucking Bronco in the back. I think he's lost the rear, not lost it, I think he's lost the effectiveness in this left rear damper. That car is not handling very well. It's moving around way too much. You can see the body shell. It should just be like a smooth magic carpet, and the wheels, the car is actually bouncing around. I think there's maybe a drama with the left rear shocker. You see how it's bouncing? You see the back end of the car bouncing up and down? You see there?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be doing that.
Seb, you're pushing really hard there. We had a few moments. What was it like in there?
Yeah, it's very sandy, very rough, but we have to go, I'm sorry.
Thierry Neuville now then. Look at the split from him at 19 Ks, 4 seconds quicker than Evans. What a morning Thierry is having here.
I mean, what did he lose? He was way deeper than Ogier in the overshoot.
Yeah.
Ogier lost 8 seconds. He maybe 8-10. What could have been? Mind you, it's given us something to talk about.
Definitely has.
I mean, just look at it.
I know. Like, Giraffe's having a good little look to see what's going on. He's not phased at all by these cars. Elvin now then approaching the final sector stage. He's past the 29-kilometre mark. He's 10 seconds up on Ogier.
Now look at how this car's handling compared to Ogier's, yeah? It's a lot more smoother. There's not that bumping at the back as much. Oh!
He's hit something.
The front wheel's off. No!
And that just happened right in that second. So the front suspension, the front wheel is at a 45-degree angle for Elvin Evans.
It's the steering or something.
His front suspension.
Is it damper, steering, what? I think that's a damper, to be fair.
Look at the angle of the wheel.
That's oh, man.
Drama for Elvin Evans and Scott Martin then, and they are just, well, they're less than a kilometre away, I think, from the flying
he's
finish.
digging himself deeper.
Yeah, he's at 32.3 Ks.
Scott's telling him to get off the road, lock the diffs, get off the road.
That's it.
That just went just then, as you said.
Yeah,
we were talking about how quick it was going, and then the front end has given way. Right in front of a Toyota Kenya banner.
Let's have a look at a replay here. What has happened? Was there a rock? There was a rock on the inside there. But it didn't look that... Hold on. But it had already happened.
It was in that
corner. It had
corner.
already happened at that point. It was that rock then.
Hang on, we're trying to work on this guy. I thought he was trying to get a fire extinguisher.
This man will work even if he thinks there's no chance.
He's just asked Scott. Once he puts the jack in, Scott can't get out of the car. Not out through his door. I think he's just said, are you staying in or getting out? I'm staying in at the minute.
Oh, it's huge disappointment for Elvin Evans. And, of course, the Toyota team as we switch now to Oyt Tanak, who is quicker than teammate Thierry Neuville there. But we're going to remember that Neuville had that overshoot. He lost time, and then he started to really build it back against the Toyotas. Will Tanak be able to match him the further he goes into the stage?
Right. giraffe lookout on the left. It's somewhere down here, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
There they are to the right. There's 4 of them to the right.
Getting slightly overexcited about the animals, but can you blame us? Can you blame us, though? Look at that!
word!
No, look at
No
the
way.
time! And just the boy is flying this morning.
Bex, there was talk of this yesterday where minutes could be gained, and
Is there something flapping
there's a lot of
underneath?
underbody protection on this car. I noticed in service this morning, huge plastic body protection underneath. I think to try and protect those suspension arms. That car, look how it's like you're riding a magic carpet. Just look at it. Ogier's car was bucking and bouncing.
Yeah, it's far smoother.
Yeah, that's
Well,
underbody
this
protection
is
underneath.
an incredibly committed,
there's
confident
Elvin's still
run,
there,
and
yeah.
unfortunately, Elvin's car stricken there.
And the thing is, Neuville, I think he's gone off there, but he actually hasn't. He could have been plus 30 here. Even more, he could have been plus 30.
What an amazing run for Neuville. The time for Ogier was 17:26.